On today's episode of MotoCheez.
Sneaky now.
The following movie is rated I.
So they're pretty similar. Let's take this stock gray Condor carburetor off, do a little rejetting, shim up the needle a little bit. Should be able to squeak a little more horsepower out of it, that's for sure. Might be able to get it out of there without taking this plastic off, but it'd be hard for you guys to see. This whole assembly comes off. Looks like this has to come off. Got to take every piece of plastic off of this. The plastic pieces, they have rubber and washers. Got my tires. Trying to get away already. See that? There's a hidden screw right here. Oh, little tabs going to there. There's another screw here I missed. Need a stubby.
That's what he says?
Now that's a stubby. It's one of those push things. Why did I put a Phillips head if it's not going to work? There, naked bike. Got pretty good size holes going in. It looks like I'm going to take that high voltage coil off or the spark plug to get to that carburetor. The screw clamp for the back part, that's right there. That's going to be tough to get to. There's your rear brake fluid, which is a hair low. I'll add to that. There's your starter solenoid. That's in a different spot than I've seen. Quite a bit more to get to this carburetor than on the Hawks. I see you in there. What do you think you're doing? There's a little ground tab that it's bolted on. A little cross brace that holds this plastic together. That's going to stink if I don't get it close the first time and take all this stuff back apart. Should have the jets for this. I'll leave links down below if you guys are looking for a set. Oh, I see you. I don't even think this is necessary. You see they use that longer rear brake hose. The one on Whitey, that was a little dangerous when that broke. Yeah, I don't think if I took it off here I'd be able to push it back far enough because of that boot. It's so small and pretty rigid. I'm going to have to try to ease it out this way. Alright, this is all loose now. I don't think my stubby's gonna fit in there.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
I know. That's what she said. I have a ratchet one, but it's still not the right angle to get in there. I could probably get it from under here once I get everything out, but that's not helping me right now, is it? They must have done that with the gas tank off, which I don't really feel like doing that. Then I got the throttle plunger and the choke cable. Oh yeah, well, it's got a little bit of give, huh? Maybe it'll come out. It's pretty tight, but it might slide out of there.
That's what she said.
Well, that's jammed in there pretty good. I wonder if this AIRBOX is just held by this side, if that'll slide a little bit for me. Yeah, it's attached on the other side too, but maybe it'll give it enough flex to come out now. Look what the fingers can do. Still too long. Just not gonna do it. I have to get that clamp loose, or I'm just gonna be fighting this thing. Yeah, fitting a bigger carburetor in there. You're definitely gonna have to take this AIRBOX out. Guess I might have to take the other plastic off the other side. I want to see what's behind here anyway. You guys got a better way of popping these things? Now, the only thing holding it is that seat release. And there's the CDI. She really naked now. Okay, I gotta tighten that up. Gotta shut that off anyway. There's your regulator. So your CDI, your regulator, and your flash module for your blinker. Still can't. I could probably just about get to it. Need a longer Phillips. I did get a set of these Japanese spec screwdrivers. They're supposed to be different. Is it nap time, Gizmo? Sorry, you could take a break. You've been working hard. It would have been nice if it was a nice straight shot, but I got it. It's a miracle. Superifical. I don't think that's the right word that he uses. There. Got it spun. Get a nice straight shot at it. I'm definitely going to flip this over so I can get it from the other side. You should be able to do everything from the other side. So the gas is off. I guess I'll leave that on to see if I can do everything from the other side. Choke. Bottom of this carburetor has a drain / overflow. And this is how you drain it if you think you have dirt or water in your carb. This is where you do it. Now I gotta pee.
Much better.
She's pretty skinny without the plastic on. Now, let's see if it gave it enough flex, or I have to take this AIRBOX off. Maybe. Well, it came. Aluminum. That's good. Got a little O-ring for a seal to go against the head. Choke is off. Fuel come off the wrong side, but fuel's off. Stick that back on. They even give you a little fuel filter. I didn't notice that. Now for the plunger. Don't forget, this has a groove that has to line up with the other groove. The other side has a slanted slot where the idle control pushes in and raises this up to raise the idle. Shengwei carburetor. It's a PZ27. I have a PZ30, but I bet you it's way bigger. This has an accelerator pump, but I don't have the cable. I wonder. It's quite a bit bigger. Not really lengthwise. The bore is definitely bigger. The PZ30 is what they use on the Hawk and the 250s. Could be an option. I think now we'll focus on this carburetor and jetting it up. Definitely a good option. Loosely. I had someone saying their lever was broke and they don't know whether the choke is stuck on or off. It's stuck on. That should do it. Should have some replacement screws. Yeah. Looks like I do. 2, 3. Alright, let's see what we have for main here. It's clean. Fuel level's a little bit low. That's supposed to be level. Yeah, it's perfect. Of course, when you put a little spring pressure, it goes lower. It's supposed to be just when it touches, because that float valve for the fuel has a little spring on it too. Let's see what that says. What's that say? 945. What the heck is that? No other markings? I'm doing this so I can match up something that I have, since it's not very easy to get this thing apart. There's no way. Is it a 45? Could that be a 45? There's no way. It's probably a Kean carb, or a Kine, or whatever you guys want to call it. How am I going to match this up if I can't find something that's going to fit in that hole? Alright, so my cut and torch tip cleaning kit goes down real small. This fits, but stops where it's barbed. So I gotta find one that's that size. This one's a tad bigger. These are little tiny ones for the 50cc. Pretty sure the number system is the same. So this one almost fits and that one's a little bigger, a couple sizes up. Let's see what it is. That says 88. Of course the thread is too small on that one. That says 100. What's it say on it again? Oh, I think 94.5. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Don't mind the dirt under my fingernails. 94.5. I thought I had a 98 in there. This is 100. That might be a pretty big step. That one's a 108. Definitely too big. And that's a 108. So, I guess 100 it is. I should have an old 98 in here, which would be silver like this one. Nope. It's a big leap. I'd go to a 98 and feel safe, but what do you think? Jump right up to 100? Don't look like I'm going to have much of a choice here. 105 is what the bras came with, which is what they should have come with. I wonder if I can get away with one of these fat heads. No, it's bigger. Which the bigger one is the MIKUNIs, are the bigger. Cayenne jets. Cayenne? Is it Cayenne? Cayenne? Cayenne. Going with the 100, boys. I guess we should see what pilot's in here. I do have some pilots too, but man, this gonna be thing so tiny. It's a K40 pilot. So if I had like a 42, maybe. There's a 42. Nope, different style. Well, there goes that plan. I have a different style in this one. I don't have that style. That's different altogether. Well, we're sticking with a 40. Now I got to get that little plug out so I can adjust my fuel mixture. Got him. Let's see what that is. Typically I go out like 2.5. Let's see. Half. 1. Wow. Half. 1. 1.5. Let's go 2. If it's only 1 out. That'll enrich in the lower part of the throttle. Let's put it back together. Hope for the best. When everybody asks, well, that's not one, what to jet their bike at, typically the best is to go up 2, maybe 4 tops, and then test it. I mean, I can tell by blipping the throttle, but you can do a spark plug, wide open throttle, shut off, but that's not super accurate either. Because if you check your plug just from driving it, unless you drive it a while and do a lot of wide open stuff, you're not going to really see what it is, because it's typically your idle circuit and your low jet. Let's see. This probably doesn't have an adjustable needle. We'll probably have to put a little washer underneath. Make sure it's bottomed out in there pretty good too when you do it. Now it's non-adjustable. We'll shim it up with a washer. That ought to do it. Now if you change your low jet or your primary jet, you might not have to do this. Might not. If you like tinkering, like I do, then these bikes might be for you. Or any bike. Any kind of performance stuff. If you want to squeak a little bit more power out, you know. Don't forget the long groove goes to the little pin that's in there, and this tapered groove goes to the idle side, because it has to go all the way in just like that.
Well,
where's that choke? Get my fuel line on here. Make sure it's not interfering with the choke. Make sure your cables aren't twisted all up. Make sure everything works freely. Now for the fun part. Oh, I gotta flip that. If I flip it this way, I think I could definitely get to it. Alright, I can get to it with a screwdriver now. Oh yeah, get right in there now. That should work. Get it started and put it on an angle. like that, and then looks like we may have to put it together with this on. Remember how difficult it came off? Oh, jeez, that's not going to be fun. Put these on. That clamp might be holding me up because a lot of times when you start putting it in that rubber boot, you could pull back on it. Oh, I think I got it. I did. Went right in that time. And that was an 8mm. Make sure that's still working properly. You'd be surprised what you can pinch. Alrighty. Guess I'll leave all this stuff loose for now. Definitely got to put this back though. Definitely got to put this on at least to test it, because that's the ground. Although it may ground itself from the frame, better to have it there. Definitely need that on. Ready for the first start. What do you think? It's not overflowing gas. That's one good sign. I did put my handlebars forward a little more. Alright, I shouldn't need a choke. Better already. It's still cold. A bit much, I think. Might be a tad on the rich side, but I don't have a 98, so. Throttle's so long. It's a little bit on the rich side. So 98 would be perfect, I think. Yeah, I think it's good. We'll leave it at that. I have no choice. I wanted to show you guys too. Let's get this in the garage. I'll show you something. Something I didn't show. You can change the color. And then that's for your trip miles. And total miles, 5 miles. Trip, you'd hold it. It's 0. I didn't show that in my review. Alright, let's get the plastic on. Well, there, it's all back together. Let's take it for a test ride on the road. Well, let's see how she does now. I should have saw if I had a bigger sprocket. Totally forgot. Definitely feels better. I was cruising at 60 there. Yeah, that's redlining at 55 just about. 98 might be the sweet spot for this one. Feels like it's a little tad bit rich. We'll see. Here we go. Had all the slight downhill. So was the other time I did it. Very little slight downhill. Be faster if I put a bigger front sprocket. I'm going to tighten up the screws on the back of these. Definitely has more pull in 5th gear. See it? Yeah. It's too rich. Do you hear it? I'll order 98 online. Definitely better with the 100, but I think it's a little bit much. Yeah, you hear it? Order some jets. 15-tooth front sprocket. Hear the chipmunk? Try to get the power plant here. The one in Homosassa. Oh look, it's over the curvature of the water. The earth is flat, isn't it? Wow. Oops, it's really zoomed. Holy cow. You can actually see over the curvature of the earth.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit that bell if you want new notifications on new videos. Links for products used are in the description and on MotoCheez.com. Thanks for watching.